Good morning and welcome to this live English lesson. Yeah, that's right. Good morning. It's Friday morning, February 2nd. That's right. February 2nd, live from New York City. My name is Michael, and if you just joined me for the first time, I'm an English teacher right here in New York City. Right over there, wherever there is. There it is. Hey, thanks for joining me today for this live English lesson. It's been a while, I think, since I've done a live lesson here on YouTube, but February, it's a new month, it's a new year, and let's have fun, right? That's why. So please feel free to chat. Maisla Clark, hi, hello, thanks for joining today. I'm going to say a couple of hellos to some of you guys who are chatting first, and then I have a couple of English points. But if you have an English question you would like to ask me, Sunny, hi, welcome. Then please feel free to type your question in the chat box, and I'll do my best to answer questions. Today we're going to look at 2 points. No, a couple of points. The first point is I want to look at the difference between using these phrases, hello dear, and dear Michael, when you write an email. And the other one is the difference between is it true or is it correct. And then after that, we're going to take a look at one of my favorite books for learning idioms. It's called The Diary of a Wimpy Kid. We're going to look at some idioms from that book. So let's get started. Sometimes I get emails that start like this. Hello, dear. I would like to learn more about your English lessons in New York. And the thing is that the word dear, we use the word dear when we write an email or a letter. But what we do is we use dear plus the person's name. Dear Michael. If I was going to send an email to Sunny, I would say, Dear Sunny, how are you doing today? Or something like that. But the phrase, hello, dear, like, okay, first of all, when you call somebody dear, it's kind of like somebody that you're a little bit romantically or intimately related to. Like, you know, a husband says to his wife, hello, dear, what time is dinner today? Or my grandmother would say, oh, hello, dear, how are you doing today? So, hello, dear, like using dear as a person's name is a little bit like not the best thing to do unless you're married to the person or that person is in your family. Okay, so please be careful of hello, dear. You could, hello plus somebody's name is good, or dear plus the person's name, but not hello. That's an important point. So, Jesus, hello from El Salvador. Thank you. Who else is here? Soela, if I pronounce that correctly. I have a question about the pronunciation of heel and heel. Heel and heel. There is no difference between H-E-L and H-A-L in English pronunciation. So that's that. Sonny said, one of the English teachers, she calls me dear. Yeah, it's a term of endearment. If you go shopping in the department store, one of the sales clerks might say, can I help you, dear? Or can I help you, honey? Honey's a little bit too personal, but it's possible to use it that way. But it just sounds funny when you send an email or send a letter and you start off, hello, dear, I'd like to ask a question or something. Okay, so please don't use hello, dear, unless you're like a 70-year-old woman, because that's kind of an old-fashioned way of speaking. That's how 70-year-old women usually in American English. Hello, dear. Hello, dear. How are you today, dear? Like, that's what it kind of sounds like. All right, that's that. The next point that I want to talk about is this. Is it true? Is it correct? I hear a lot of people, and I feel like a lot of people are confused about this. Maybe you say something in the class, and or you say something in class, and you ask your teacher, "Is it true?" And I know that in some languages, "Is it true?" and "Is it correct?" have the same translation in certain languages. But in English, "Is it true?" and "Is it correct?" have two totally different meanings in English. That's right. "Is it correct?" means, is it not wrong? Because correct is the opposite of wrong. So New York is in England. New York is in England. No, 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 that's not correct. Seoul is in Russia. Seoul is in Russia. No, 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 that is not correct. So it's not correct means it's not correct means it's wrong. So is it true means, is it a lie? Because the opposite of something that's true is a lie. Okay? Michael lives in California. Is it true? No, 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 it's not true. It's not true. I live in New York. So, is it true means you can ask, is it true when you think something is a lie? You know, like if you're a big fan of Taylor Swift, and Taylor Swift, your friend says, "Oh, I heard Taylor Swift is going to retire and stop making music." And then you say, "Is it true? Is it true?" Means, is that a lie? So in that situation, you can ask, is it true? But if you're in an English class, or if you want to check a fact, if the fact is right or wrong, then you use, is it correct? If you want to know if something is believable or not, if it's a lie or not, you can ask, is it true? That's the difference. So, so that's that. Hello from Slovakia. Hello, Raha. Hello, MD. Hi. Hi, 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 hi. Thanks for everyone who's joining me today. If you have just joined, my name is Michael, and I'm an English teacher in New York City. And this is my first live YouTube English lesson in quite a while, but I'm really excited to be here and excited to do this. So thank you. If you've got a question, you can always put that in the chat box too. The next thing I want to talk about is this. This book is called The Diary of a Wimpy Kid. And if you were watching on Instagram a few minutes ago, friend Noriko, Happy Pecan, talking about this too. This is an awesome book to learn everyday conversational, casual, spoken American. Awesome book, and we're going to look at some idioms from here in a second. Laptop broke. I said my laptop broke down because, right. So break down. Break or break down? That's an excellent question. What's the difference between break and break down? Thank you for the question. So if I drop my cup, it's going to break. If my car is old, maybe it's going to break down. So the difference between break down is that machines break down. Glass breaks. So things can break, but machines break down. So you can say my car broke down, or my dishwasher broke down, or my washing machine broke down, or my blender broke down. So some kind of a machine that has a motor can break down, but objects like glass, materials like glass, a coffee cup can break. So that's the difference. And so you could say, oh yeah, my computer broke down. That's totally fine. It's also possible to use break when you talk about a machine. My car broke, or the washing machine broke. That's fine. So you can use, here's the summary. You can use break down for machines, and you can use break for anything. But you can't use break down for materials or things that are not machines. That's the difference. That that helps. Oh, and speaking of Noriko, here she is. Happy Piton. If you're interested in helping your kids learn English, you should go to Instagram and check out Noriko. She's at Happy or Piton. She's live mostly in Japanese language. Does that on Fridays. Instagram. So let's move on. Can you explain in a brief how to use would, could, should in the past tense? Sorry, MD Alim, I cannot explain would, should, and should in the past tense briefly because that's a huge, huge topic, and it's something that I can address in a podcast. Actually, I've already talked about that in a podcast and other YouTube lessons. Sorry, that's too much of a long topic with too many different examples and too many different uses. Would, should, and could have a lot of different uses in English, and it'd be impossible to cover everything here. So, sorry, that's too big of a question for this live show. So, all right. So next, idioms. You know, I love idioms, and as I mentioned before, this book, The Diary of a Wimpy Kid, Noriko, you were just talking about it on your live show. This is the best place, in my opinion, is the best place to learn, the best book to learn everyday English, slang, casual conversation. It's an awesome book. And we're going to look at 3 different idioms from here today. The first one is this. The main character, his name is Greg, and here he's talking about his little baby brother, and he says, the thing that bugs me the most about Manny is the nickname he has for me. The thing that bugs me the most. Bug. Bug. A bug is an insect. That's right. It's a slang word for it. Oh my God, there's a bug. A bug. A bug is an insect. And a bug and an insect is something that's annoying, right? So you could use bug as a verb, and it means that thing is annoying. That thing bothers me. So, for example, in my office here in New York, they're doing construction on the floor below my office. And usually there's a lot of hammering and banging. It really bugs me. The noise bugs me. If you say something bugs you, it bothers you. It bugs me. How about you? Is there something that bugs you? Maybe something in your town that bugs you, or in your school? Maybe your boss bugs you, because we can use bug for people. So if you have an annoying person in your office or an annoying classmate, you can say, oh my God, that guy bugs me. So if you do have somebody or something that bugs you, why not leave a comment here in the comments and let us know. Sweta, hello. Piotr Rock, hello. I'm sorry if I mispronounced your name, but hey, thank you for joining me. I really appreciate everybody coming to this live lesson. If you're living in America or in South America, it's early in the morning on Friday. If you're in Europe, then it's the afternoon, and if you're in Asia, it's really late. And all my friends like Noriko and Sunny, who are here from Asia, thanks for staying up so late to join me. People who tell lies bug me. Great example. Thank you, Nesla, for that. Bugs me. It bugs me. Okay, the next one is this. So Greg is talking about his brother No, sorry, not his brother. Roderick, his friend. And he says, Roderick's in some hot water with mom now. He's in hot water. In hot water. Now, when you think about hot water, you might think about a bath. And if you say, I'm in hot water, I'm relaxing in the bath. It's so comfortable. But actually, when we say that you're in hot water or someone is in hot water, it means that person is in trouble. That's right. So you can think about, for example, Fabrizio from Italy. If you say that someone's in hot water, it means that they're in a lot of trouble. Imagine you go to a seafood restaurant and you order a lobster. Sorry if you're a lobster lover, but they take the lobster and they put them in hot water to cook them, and that's not comfortable. So if you're in hot water, you're in trouble. And Greg here said that he's in Roderick is in hot water, and I think that's because he must have done something with the video games that he wasn't supposed to do. So he was in hot water. If I come late to work, and I come late to one of my students' lessons, I'm going to be really in hot water. How about you? Have you been in hot water recently? Do you know anybody who's been in hot water? Why not leave a comment here in the comments and practice that phrase? I'm in hot water. I was in hot water when, right? And Sohelia has a question. Please explain to me the idiom by the skin of my teeth. So your teeth have a very, very thin layer of skin. Okay, it's not by much. So by the skin of my teeth means by just a little bit or almost. So I could say that I avoided having a car accident this morning by the skin of my teeth. It means I was really close to hitting the person in the other car, but really close, but by the skin of my teeth, I avoided the accident. That's one example for that. You leave your homework for the last minute, you can be in hot water. That's right. In Polish means that someone is impatient. Oh, interesting. So in Polish, if you say I'm in hot water, it means that you're in. That's okay. So that's it. He's in hot water. I hope none of you guys are hot water. And if you've just joined, I'm showing you guys some idioms from my favorite book, Diary of a Wimpy Kid, which is a great book. Then, okay, the last one that I wanted to show you today, Kishore Kumar. The other thing I wanted to show you today, the last one is called Coming Up. Greg is talking about the school elections, and he says, at school today, they announced that government elections are coming up. Coming up doesn't mean that. When something is coming up, it means it's going to happen in the near future. Right. Here in the States, Valentine's Day is coming up in about 2 weeks. It's coming up. It means it's going to happen soon. What's another example I can give you? My next live English lesson is coming up next week on Tuesday. That's right. It's coming up on Tuesday. When you say that something is coming up, it means that it's going to happen soon. How about you? Do you have any events or parties or something that's coming up? Why not leave your example sentence comments? All right. Well, one more question. What's the difference between well, yeah, and then you may or may not say something, and yeah, then you say something? The discourse, well. Well is a discourse marker. That's a tough question. That's a tough question. I'm going to have to take a memo. Shueta, I'm gonna have to think about that one. I can't. It's not here, but I will tackle that next time. The next live Tuesday next week. So my birthday is coming up. Happy birthday! Coming up now. I don't know why it's coming. Maybe because we're in hot water. All right, so that, my friends, brings us to the end of today's live English lesson. As I've put and noted on social media, I'm going to be doing a live English lesson February every Tuesday and Friday. Tuesday, I believe the schedule. On Tuesdays, it's going to be at 5 p.m. New York time. On Fridays, it's going to be this time at 9 o'clock a.m. New York time. You can check out my Facebook or media at the exact schedule. If you like, go to myhappyenglish.com. In addition to getting almost 2,000 free English, sign up for the lesson. Also, please subscribe to this channel. That would be awesome if you. All right, well, that's all the time that we have for today's live English lesson. I wanted to say, hey, thank you to you and thank you everybody who has joined this first live English lesson of the year. And I really appreciate that. Thank you so much. Yes, I have a birthday coming up. Alrighty, so that's it for today. Have a great day. Have an awesome weekend. And I'll see you back here live on Tuesday next week. Bye, guys.